again, I just want to welcome everybody to the launch of the Cootehill Town website. I want to welcome Minister and Heather Humphreys. Here, look, Sarah Riley, and two ladies there from the Department of Community and Enterprise and Cavan County Council, Pat from Lee Towns, Thomas Lyons, and the rest of the Chamber executive and other people there, Pat Kennedy and his colleagues. So Cootehill Chamber was set up in 1964 with a pretty active executive. And we're also licensed to and authorised by the department to provide certs of origin. We have about 80 members, I think, out of probably about 110 businesses in total in the greater Cootehill area. And the background to where we finally arrived, where we're officially launching Cootehill.ie today, started with the publication of the Accelerated Measure in Response to COVID-19 2020 Town and Village Renewal Scheme by the Department of Rural and Community Development at the end of May 2020. I'm sure you'll be very impressed how that all trips off my tongue so easily. Last June, when our retailers were getting ready to reopen after nearly 12 weeks of enforced closure, within the Chamber we felt that we needed to do something to address the unprecedented challenges that the arrival of the pandemic had brought on the town. The funding available under the Town and Village Accelerated Measure was fortuitous. The idea to basically put the town on the World Wide Web grew legs and evolved. We submitted our EOI to the department, and thankfully our application was approved. So it's been an exciting journey so far, literally putting every aspect of our town online. By having every aspect of our community, including business, retail and industrial, community groups, sporting organisations, education, religious beliefs, and encompassing tourism, recreation, the arts and most specialist interests available under the umbrella of Cootehill.ie, we believe this will further reinforce the cohesiveness of the town. We're passionate about ensuring the viability of our community, and to that end we strongly believe in the need to put structures in place that reinforce the sense of pride and place that's vital to seeing Cootehill survive and thrive well into the 21st century. And just as an aside, the planned town of Cootehill will be 300 years old in 2025. So we are planning to celebrate that. You'll be all delighted to hear. We employed a project manager, Julie Mcgee, and Julie is on the call here today. By the way, she's just given birth to her third baby on Sunday evening, so huge congratulations, Julie.
Thank you.
And Julie's task was to contact every business, every organisation, every sporting body in the area, and we have nearly 300 entries on that list. Now, I think that's a huge testament to the strong entrepreneurial and community spirit that exists in the town and the surrounding hinterlands. So www.cootehill.ie will be the first point of reference for anyone who wants to know anything relating to the town. So whether it's to purchase goods and services, employ a tradesperson, find a home rent or purchase, find an activity, make new friends or join a community group, you'll find it on Cootehill.ie. So any business or organisation, also any business or organisation listed on the website will have the facility to sell through the site. So this, we believe, is a first in Ireland and is unique in a town website. And the idea came from envisaging the town as a shopping centre or a department store, that everything is there. Like the town exists, physically, in a cluster, and the idea was that everything would be on the one website, and that that they can sell their products or services or whatever, and improve their visibility to a wider audience. And finally, at the end of the project, Cootehill Chamber are fully committed to ensuring the website is maintained and regularly updated. So just with that, I'll hand you over to Pat now to go through the website and show you the features of it. And I suppose I just remind you that we're only halfway there. We probably only have half of our entries up yet. So it's an ongoing project. So I'm sure anybody locally will spot that this is not up there, that's not up there, but we are getting there.
Very good. Thanks, Connie. I presume everyone can see my screen, I suppose, the first question.
Yes, indeed, yeah.
Okay, good. So I'll give a short summary on the key features of the website and the project, and then we'll ask the Minister and Sarah to give us a few comments. And then if you can put any questions that you might have into the comment section on Zoom, then at the end we can go through them just to see what people's questions are. So I'll just give a bit of a background. So the Chamber went to, so eTown, they're a company, we're based in Dublin, but work all around the country, and we specialise in building tools for the community development sector. So it's the digital tools for the community development sector. The Chamber went to tender, and we were delighted to be successful in that project. And the deliverables were to help them develop a strategy for this unique solution, and develop the website itself. Much of the work is actually in the content part and trying to help define and gather the pictures, the videos, the text, and so forth, and how to arrange them. We'll be doing ongoing hosting and maintenance for the next 2 years. But key part here is also is the training and technical support for those 2 years, and helping essentially get the site embedded around the community and get it feel as a focal point of the community. As Connie mentioned, we just want to emphasise this a two-phase project. So this kind of marks the end of phase 1 and the start of phase 2. Phase 1 was getting that scope done, getting that build prepared, and getting our initial summaries of our different businesses in town, the local clubs in the town, and getting initial content regarding, you'll see the history section, tourism section. The one thing, we've lots of ideas on what can come next, but we want to invite the community more in to help with that. So as I say, phase 2 will be that communications piece. So we'll be using social media and email newsletters and other channels to keep that engagement an ongoing process. We'll be onboarding more businesses in the directory and start using the marketplace functionality. And then to really invite people to submit news, submit events, and it's a fairly easy process for them to submit at the front end, and then administrator can simply curate it by ticking yes to it. There's a general review of the first 2 phases. What I want to do then is just highlight some of the key features of the site. It was built under the aim of being collaborative. So it's not Cootehill Chambers giving an oratory on just their content. It's absolutely designed whereby individuals, different organisations, different businesses, they have login, and with different functionality associated with their login, that they can submit information. It's still going to be curated to make sure that it's quality, but the whole idea is that it acts as a focal point for information coming in, and then distribute to how people want to see it online. The directory is obviously a key component of that, and the directory is designed, again, where each group, so could be the public services, there's public representatives, there's businesses, there's clubs, and so forth, and even all get to be featured on the site. And then we have a filtering capabilities where we put the directory in different parts of the site. So you could be a business, but also a tourism business, so you can be featured in the tourism section of the website. We haven't enabled it now, but we are looking at the financial sustainability of the project also. So in future, if Cootehill Chamber wishes, they can charge some businesses or all businesses to feature on the site, and that's basically a feature that they can turn on later on if they wish. A key part, as Connie mentioned, is the multi-vendor marketplace. As far as I know, it's the first website in Ireland to do this, and there's very few international that do in the same space either. And what does that mean, really? Business owners, and in particular clubs also, so local clubs and groups also, can have a profile there. They add in their Stripe details. They add in their products. They're adding their product categorizations, their titles, their summaries, and prices. And then it allows people from the community or essentially across the world can come and buy products through the site. So it could be artists selling, a small artist or a part-time artist selling their stuff at Christmas. It could be a local food producer who might only be able to get to town once a week to sell their goods, but now they can sell 24/7 through the website. It could be a local arts group who want to sell tickets to an upcoming event. Or it could be just retail businesses who want to show the stock that they have and get it out there. And there's obviously vouchers already for businesses to go online. But selling online, there's two key features that are worth thinking about. There's technology and footfall. Okay, so technology, the building of the website, so people can have their own website, but often where people fall down is the difficulty in the footfall part. How do they draw people back to their website to buy? The benefit of the Cootehill.ie website is because it has so much content and represents so much of the community, it will get the footfall. So now, as opposed to, or in tandem with bringing people to your own website, you can actually sell your products where the footfall will be, essentially on Cootehill.ie. So we're looking forward to this being a significant feature of the site. And then there's a number of other features which you would probably expect on a community website. So there's an event system and a front-end component which will allow all different types. So it could be gigs in pubs, it could be school plays and arts events to be listed on the site. Again, there's a categorized news feature, so people can write up their news, submit it to the site. We'll categorize it into sport and news. We only have one category there at the moment, but in time we'll kind of separate that out. So if the people who are interested in sport can just go to the sports sections and so forth. We also have a simple notice board feature. So someone might be willing to offer themselves a childminder, or someone might have firewood for sale. Simple little things that local residents want to get a message out to other local residents to kind of just support that cohesion at a community level. Part we've done a lot of work in, and particularly Julie's done a lot of work in, is building out the visitor section and the heritage section. And we know there's loads more to come there. So we've featured key attractions in the area, key activities in the area. And this is a part actually which we want a lot of help from the community. Like, for example, we were talking yesterday with Connie about just how important fishing is as an attraction to the community. So we could just put so much content in there regarding the lakes, types of fish, types of services there, times of the year best to visit and so forth. So we're hoping to get engagement from local people that we can gradually build this over time. I say it's not just a build and then we walk away. We fully understand that there's a job involved in the rollout of this over time. Another thing that we've inserted is an aggregated social feed. So we can't rely always on people submitting news. So what we're doing is taking social media feeds and different types of social media feeds, bundle them together and showing them on one page. So again, it means that there's fresh content every day coming to the site.
So I really am pleased to join you today for this launch. I think it's a wonderful concept, and I just want to say that you've had great vision and leadership in Cootehill Chamber of Commerce. Supported, of course, by Cavan County Council and my department in producing this online portal. I think it's a really good project. And I remember Connie mentioned it to me back some time ago, and I thought, yeah, that's a really exciting project. I haven't come across one like that before. So as Minister for Rural and Community Development, I'm very pleased to be associated with this initiative under, of course, the Town and Village Renewal Scheme. My department provided just over €37,000 for the project as part of a recent round of funding. And it strikes me that many other towns and villages should and will follow your lead in developing an online board for your community, because that's what I always want to do, is get good ideas in other areas and to showcase those and show how they can benefit the local community and the local economy. But I do know, from my experience as Minister for Business, that equipping local businesses with the tools that they need to develop a web presence quickly will have a very positive impact in terms of revenue. And, we have been rolling out for the past year, since COVID came along, the importance of getting that online presence. And what you're doing today is cementing that presence, because there's no point in getting online. You need this all-important footfall. And as Pat said there, this website is going to increase that footfall on the Cootehill, for Cootehill businesses. So, and I do think that these sort of initiatives are more important than ever as we move beyond this pandemic and we begin to repair our economy. It's very important and indeed welcome that any business or organisation listed on cootehill.ie can actually sell through the site itself, and that's a very important one. I understand that this website is the first for any town in Ireland, and I have to say it demonstrates the value and the potential of this facility and why you should be rightfully proud of what you have achieved. And when I heard Pat saying there that the local representatives are on it as well, so I hope I'm on that website. I better be on somebody. So, as you know, the Town and Village Renewal Scheme has gone from strength to strength in recent years, and of course it's one of the most popular schemes under the remit of my department. It's a scheme that's designed to rejuvenate small rural towns and villages across Ireland, and it's of course to help them make them more attractive places to live, work, do business, raise a family, and indeed to socialise. It's very much a bottom-up approach because you come up with the ideas, you make the submissions, and my department in local authority then make sure that you get the funding to make them happen. So that's what's happened in this case here. And I'm just looking back since 2018 under Town and Village, over 62 million has been invested in 890 projects in every single county in Ireland. So that's a significant investment. So I would say the Town and Village has very much proved its worth. And that's why when I became Minister, I decided to enhance the scheme and adapt it to the challenges posed by COVID-19. So last year saw a total funding of 25 million, including an additional 10 million provided under the government stimulus measures announced during the summer. So the scheme was tailored to address the emerging challenges associated with COVID-19 and indeed to reflect the fact that communities across the country needed to be supported to get back on their feet. And there's been some really good stuff come in. I know they have outdoor cinemas and they have drive-in cinemas. We're looking at improving the public realm where people can, can meet up in public spaces. I think we're going to see more of that post-COVID, and there's certainly benefits to that. So I honestly can say that Cootehill, of course, is no stranger to the Town and Village Renewal Scheme. Over €420,000 has been allocated in recent years to a variety of different projects in the town, which I'm glad to see is going from strength to strength as you near your 300th anniversary. Yeah, that's quite an achievement. And of course, projects supported under the Cootehill under Town and Village include the development of an enterprise hub south the Station Road, improved pedestrian access, the installation of marquees and outdoor seating, and other improvements to the town's public. And I absolutely do want to acknowledge that Cootehill is a vibrant centre of entrepreneurship and local enterprise, because you won the Bank of Ireland Enterprising Town Award in 2017, which was a really fantastic achievement. So, of course, on top of the Town and Village, there's a number of other different funds that you can work with the local authority to apply for, and one of them we do have is the Rural Regeneration and Development Fund. That falls under my department's remit. It's already established itself as a key driver of economic and social progress in rural Ireland. The RRDF, it's an invaluable resource, provides targeted large-scale investment that's necessary to drive economic recovery. And it's a scheme also that very much promotes sustainable development in rural areas that are dealing with the challenges arising from the COVID-19 crisis. So Cootehill has secured almost 1 million, might I say, in the face of very stiff competition under the Rural Regeneration Development Fund. And you'll be aware that the Enterprise Park has got significant funding to develop it further. And that's something that I know is badly needed in towns, is more space so that businesses can come into the town. And we need those enterprise parks, serviced enterprise parks, where they have the facility or the services that they need. So, and then only last week we had 200,000 for the Dromore Walkway, and that, of course, is a wonderful initiative that has been driven by Cootehill Area Development, and I was delighted to have a look at that last week. I think it's just going to link the whole town, and it's also bringing you out to Haltons there, and I think that in itself is a really good initiative, and I know the Chamber very much supports that as well. So I have to say the community aspect of the Cootehill.ie website is very impressive. And I've no doubt that this new digital community will get local buy-in across the community, and the more people that get to use it, the better it is. And I want to give great credit to Julie Mcgee, the project leader. I understand that you have been busy and proactive in generating as much local buy-in as possible. So thanks, Julie, because I know you did write to us all, and you wanted to get our details and our information to build up the website. And congratulations on your new baby as well. I know that you and the team, you've been in contact with all the businesses, community, voluntary, and the sporting bodies across Cootehill. So 300, I believe, and still counting. And there's plans also, and they're well advanced on a number of projects to get local people engaged, including the interactive pages of the local historical information. And as I say, Pat mentioned that there. The live streaming of local football matches. Now, that would be good. And a community art gallery. And I think you have got a wonderful mix there. And that's what we want. We want everybody involved. And the more people you get involved, the better the buy-in. So before I conclude, I do want to recognise how incredibly difficult that it has been for the retail sector, and indeed for all the businesses over the last 12 months because of COVID. And can I just recognise also the resilience of the Chamber members. This has not been an easy time, particularly for businesses that have been closed. And it's, we want to work with you, and we're hoping now that the restrictions will start to ease off as this vaccine gets rolled out. And of course, businesses here, as elsewhere, face competition from the large international retailers, online shopping, as well as competition from towns across the border. So this website, of course, that you have will certainly support businesses and get that all important, as you said earlier, increased online footfall. So I just want to say that I'm absolutely delighted to launch Cootehill.ie this afternoon, and I want to recognise too the presence and the support shown by Cavan County Council, Pat Kennedy from E-Towns, the project manager Julie, as well as all the members of Cootehill Chamber of Commerce, and I want to just wish you all well, because as we go post COVID, things never go back to the way they were. We all know that. But what you're doing here is through this website, you're embracing new technology and you're using it for the benefit of both the business community and the wider community, so that everybody's involved in it. I think it's a really great initiative. I wish you well of it, and I've no doubt that at every opportunity I'll be telling others what they're doing in Cootehill. So thank you very much, and all the very best for Amelia Michael.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Sarah, do you want to say a couple of words? You're on silent there.
Yeah, thanks, Pat. I also want to acknowledge Minister Heather Humphreys and my colleagues from Cavan County Council, Director of Services Brendan Jennings, John Donoghue, Project Coordinator Julie Mcgee, Cootehill Chamber, Connie Whelan, members of the media, and everybody else on the call today. I'm delighted to speak to you all today as you launch Cootehill.ie, a digital gateway to this vibrant, bright, dynamic, connected community. Cavan County Council, in association with Cootehill Chamber, secured funding for this project under the 2020 Town and Village Renewal Scheme accelerated measure in the amount of 37,000, with Cavan County Council providing additional funding of over 4,000. The main element of the project was to develop an online web portal, and on behalf of Cavan County Council, I would like to congratulate Cootehill Chamber on the development of this multifunctional Cootehill.ie community website. It's an impressive resource and will be invaluable for the people of the town, those visiting the town, and those looking to do business there. I commend the Chamber on their vision building an online marketplace which not only helps support and promote local businesses, but also supports all aspects of community life in Cootehill. Cavan and Cootehill are among the first communities in Ireland to embrace the new EU directives on connecting rural businesses through technology. All of us at Cavan County Council are very proud to have helped make this project a reality and will continue to support the initiative Time for Businesses. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Minister Humphreys and her department for her continued support, not only of Cootehill, but for the whole of County Cavan. And we are in the Minister in our constituency, and I think we're all very aware of that. I'd also like to extend her my good wishes as she embarks on her additional portfolio in justice.
Thanks very much, Sarah. Appreciate that. We'll just go for a couple of questions there. I see 2 or 3 of them in the chat room. One of them asked, is Stripe the only option for payment gateway? No, PayPal is an option as well. A little bit more difficult in some ways, but actually both are possible. So get in touch and we'll definitely be able to help you with that. Another question from Maura was, have you incorporated a way to measure impact the site has for future funding and similar projects? So we do have an analytics tool running in the background, so that we'll be able to see then which parts of the site are more popular, and that's something that's going to be a work in progress. The more we roll out, the more analytics that we can put in there and just see what's working and what's not working, and say it's an ongoing project in that regard. How do people from Cootehill get involved if they're interested in contributing? So when you go to the website, there's a contact us page, but on that page there's a number of different features. They can just do a general contact us, but they can also submit events there, submit classifieds there, submit news there. So that's kind of the main go-to page on that. And we have a help page there as well, which is constantly being worked upon there. So as people have more queries, we'll keep developing that help page. Is there any more questions on the floor there? Sarah? Or Alan? Is the website unique in Europe, and if so, in what ways? As far as I know, I can't find another website in Europe which where the community has a marketplace where both businesses and community groups all selling through one common website. I stand to be corrected on that, but I'm pretty confident it's the first in Ireland. So hopefully it's a bit of a trailblazer in that regard.
Very good.
Any further questions? I think we're all good. So let's hand over to Connie here now just to close things off. We just want to say thanks to Cootehill Chamber, in particular Connie, Julie and George and the wider team. While we developed the technology and helped with them, there's a huge body of work and it's volunteer hours that are required to get this, to make this happen. There's an awful lot of content, a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails. It's a huge body of work to be done, and fair play, they've been really involved in it since the very start. We've been involved in projects like this before, and the community didn't get so involved, but this is completely different. It's been great to work with, so appreciate that. So Connie, do you want to say a final few words?
Okay, well, I'd just like to thank Minister Humphreys and our department for having the foresight to provide the funding to enable us to carry out this project. And obviously, I would like to thank again Cavan County Council, the Chamber team, and in particular Julie Mcgee. And I'd like to thank Pat and his team at eTowns for putting a form and structure around, our idea and getting us to where we are today. We look forward to working with them over the next couple of years. And I think that's about it. Thanks to everybody for joining us. It's a bit strange having a Zoom launch, as somebody said there, without the champagne and all that. But anyway, maybe we might maybe during the summer when we can, as Heather said, when things open up a bit, have something where we can get together and in a safe and socially distant manner, I suppose, and have a bit of a shindig. So thanks again, everybody. Much appreciate your time this afternoon.
I think so. I think. Thank you very much for everyone. We'll talk to you all soon again.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.